Mom, grandparents, anything?
Could be proud. He had his first honor this last weekend along with Ross.
Rob, you gotta mute your.
Consists of Mercer County, Lawrence County, Butler County, and Armstrong County. So it's not uncommon that I'm working with my colleagues in Apollo or as north as Mercer. And so the importance of the Newcastle Public Library is just that is the epicenter for literacy within our region. But I did want to also mention that we do a lot of programming with our school districts and with our parks program throughout the summer, through our summer reading program, where we go into many of the community parks where members of the community could either drive to it or wait until we are in their community to participate in that program. Within the district, we provide various services. Two services that I want to talk about this evening are our tutor.com service. As a district, we've invested into the service to provide one-on-one tutoring through tutor.com, the company, which would then provide additional assistance for these students. So if it is that the students are talking about calculus or algebra and the parents aren't really comfortable with that subject, they can actually sign on to a face-to-face chat with a tutor that was approved by tutor.com and then have their homework reviewed through that medium. Also, if they have a paper that's due later that week, they can drop the paper into tutor.com, and in 24 hours, they have comment and feedback back to them so that they can revise their paper before submission. The other item that I spoke of was Overdrive, or Libby by Overdrive. It is our ebook, audiobook, and e-magazine option for our patrons. We actually have the largest digital collection in Western Pennsylvania outside Pittsburgh. And so this collection is something that I really hold important. Growing up through elementary and high school, reading wasn't my strength. And now I'm a librarian. So but reading really wasn't my strength. I struggled with, I was more of an auditory learner. And so I was always the one checking out audiobooks. I was always the one listening to podcasts. Not podcasts. It was cassette tapes and CDs, so I'll just date myself there. You can guess which generation I was. But what I really enjoy about this is that many students don't have parents such as my mother who read to me before going to bed every night. Or it was she pushed her way through chapter books with me because of that. But this opportunity provides an audiobook to students that might be struggling with the same things that I did growing up. And so if you're a student or if you're an adult, I listen to the books now as I drive to, I just finished one on my way to Harrisburg and back. So passes time quickly and it's more beneficial. But I did want to offer the opportunity as well. Earlier, my predecessor actually partnered with the Shannock Township School District. And this is a program that I really want to introduce to many of the school districts within our community. We call it the One Card Program, and I'll provide more information on this. But the One Card Program allows students within your school district to use their school ID as a library card. And so we would onboard all of the students with their library card, with their school ID as their library card, which would then provide access to all of these services. It's a simple import right now through the Shannock Township. Dr. Meehan was on our board and initiated this. And it's a simple import where it's automatic opt-in within kindergarten registration. And so then they hold that card and hold that number throughout their entire tenure. And this provides the opportunity for a teacher to offer tutor.com or to tell about Libby so that the audiobook or ebook component is part of that. I did want to also clarify that library cards are at no cost to anyone within Lawrence County and anyone within that 4-county system if they're getting a Newcastle card. And so historically there was a charge, but since 1998, there is no charge. So I want to thank you for this opportunity. I'm happy to answer any questions. I do have business cards, and I have familiarized myself with Ms. Dean and Ms. Sharon, our children's librarian, has worked with her closely, and so I really I'm looking forward to embracing this relationship with Laurel.
Thank you for coming. Much appreciated.
If you don't mind, thank you. And this is my card. You're welcome to contact me at any moment.
You want to put this back on?
No, they're getting it through here right now. What's going on.
Yeah, they're able to hear now.
Corey's on, Mike's on, Lance is on. Yes.
All right. Do we have any reports from standing committees of the board? Okay.
Mr. McGee,
Yes.
I just have I have a meeting next week with the IU4 on Wednesday. No updates this time, but just that we have a meeting, and I'll have an update in our December meeting regarding that meeting.
Okay, thank you. Any additional administrator or supervisory reports? Okay. We'll then move to number 5, comments and questions from the floor relative to any agenda items. Okay,
Mrs. Dean has a question.
yes,
I just wanted to piggyback on what Andrew said. Mr. Lee and I actually worked on getting the kids with their Google account now. They have a single sign-in to Power Library. So actually, when they go to their Waffle, their docs, they can access the Power Library resources, which is, it's just so great because those resources are, proven facts and they're tested. And, for example, today, the elementary school, we did a little search of Veterans Day. And it was really neat how they could read articles about Veterans Day on their level. And I knew they were getting good information. And it was kind of neat. It made them curious. It made them want to look more. And they actually could then link to a magazine article, a video, a book. So with Mr. Lee's help, our students now have that capability with the Google accounts. They have their Power Library single sign.
very nice, thank you.
Very nice. Thank you.
Next, we have item 6, approval of minutes. So,
So,
motion by Mr. Redford, second by Mr. Kuth. Any questions? All in favor?
aye.
Objections? Abstentions? Motion carries. Approval of treasurer's report. For Hammersmith.
I'd like to put in form of motion, A, treasurer's report for October 2022, and the balance is $711,820.96. And B, investment report for approval of the treasurer's report. I put that in the motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Hammersmith, second by Mr. Dix. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Approval of bill listings. A is a list of general fund payments, and B, list of food service fund payments. I put that in the form of a motion.
Second. Motion by Mr. Hammersmith, second by Mr. Redfoot. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Item number 9, board actions, personnel. Mr. Redfoot.
I would like to take items A through M. I'd like to break K out separately. I assume we have to have roll call vote on that.
Yep.
A is retirements, resignations. B is assistant junior high girls basketball coach. C is the 8th grade trip co-advisor. D is leave of absence. E is leave of absence. F is a leave of absence, and G is a leave of absence. H is cafeteria breakfast position. I is instructional personal care aide. J is the superintendent's evaluation. L is professional development workshops and seminars. And M are the additions to the volunteer and non-instructional substitute listing for 22-23. I put those in the form of motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Redfoot, second by Mr. Kuth. We're voting on items A through M with the exception of item K. Any questions?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Ms. Conrad, we'll move to item K. Mr. Redfoot, would you please read item K?
It is recommendation of the president of the Laurel School Board of Education to approve the attached superintendent's contract between the Laurel Board of Education and Mr. Leonard Rich, effective July 1st, 2023 through June 30th, 2027. Put that in the form of a motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Redfoot, second by Mr. Kirkwood. Ms. Conrad, will you please do a roll call vote?
Mhm. Last time we had a roll call was in June, so we left off then with, we'll rotate again to the next person in line, which is Mr. Coop.
Yes.
Mr. Nimmo,
No.
Lance, you're muted.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
He was,
Hello?
somebody have a speaker up?
Try again, Lance.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Yes.
Okay. No.
Mr. Parker,
Yes.
Mr. Redfoot,
No.
Mr. Dix,
No.
Mrs. Ensko,
Yes.
Mr. Hammerschmidt,
Yes.
and Mr. McGee. I'm sorry, Mr. Kirkwood
Yes.
and Mr. McGee.
Yes.
6-3, motion carries.
Okay, that moves us to item number 10, Board Actions Committee of the Whole. I would like to put in the form of a motion, item A, which is the 8th grade travel club trip to Gettysburg. B, the policy adoption of 805.2 for school security personnel. And number 913, non-school organizations, groups, and individuals. Item C, wrestling rental. Item D, disposal of assets. Item E, electricity consortium. And item F, which is the field trips for the 6th grade.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Kuth, second by Mr. Kirkwood. Do we have any questions? All in favor?
All right.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
I'll make one comment.
Yes, sir.
That's the Gettysburg trip.
Yes, sir.
That is awesome. I hope they take a minute to really study our history and look at what people sacrificed. It seems to be getting lost in today's society.
I would tend to agree with that. Thank you. Okay. That moves us to item number 11. Do we have any new business for the board? Okay. Any comments or questions from the floor? Okay. Then I will move to adjourn. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Just one thing. We talked about his evaluation.
Yes, sir.
So I'm on the VOTEC board, and there's 12 members across 9 schools. He got distinguished down here.
Yep.
And he ended up with proficient here.
Yep.
It's a little craziness. But anyway, just wanted to throw that out.
Okay.
That's across the county. It's 12 different people, 9 schools. Anyway, that's all.
Okay. I move to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Kirkwood, second by Mr. Redfoot. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Have a good night, everybody.